Welcome to Soul Spark Radio. I'm your host, Mr. Renew. And today we got just for you some origami. And that's going to be our main focus for the next couple of episodes. But this is No Limit, produced by, yeah, enjoy. Feeling like I can, just to being who I am on this mic. It's about to change and shit, but that's alright. I'm just making it sound nice. This is Dystopia, of course. Origami Beats. You know, sometimes I want to be on the mic and sometimes I don't. And then sometimes I hop on the mic and sometimes I don't even release it. But it's alright, I'm just learning how I can be this dude every single day. But then I realize that I have to learn this dude every single day. I have to start to understand who I truly am by anticipating that the changes that I am are the ones that I've always wanted, even if I've forgotten. And that's important because we forgot a whole lot of shit that we wanted as a child. And as we live these, what we call adult lives, we can take on certain roles and we can change how we feel on the inside. I can be hurt, but then I can not be hurt, and then I can reconcile. I can take a feeling that doesn't exist in this world of a old, and then I can present it like a time traveler. Behold, something new. This right here is going to help you. This is going to help you understand you as you move into a new version of yourself. Until a new you, until the differences became so true. Wow, thank you, person from beyond. Yeah, you know what? That mistake I made 2 years ago was cool because now I know what's going on and it got me ahead. Wow. Nice. That's how you gotta see your life. Helping. Futura. Origami Beats. Oh yeah, you know I'm feeling good. Beat got me feeling like I gotta go ham. But nope, I just do these things right now. I just spit what I can. That means if I go hard, then I do it. And if I don't go hard, you know I tried to do it. And if I don't go hard, you know I got intentions. And if I don't go hard, you know that I'ma get into it. I'ma learn what I can to make me go stronger. I'ma learn what I can so I can go harder. I'ma learn what I can so I can be smarter. And I can go and use my mind to the future tip on this flow real quick. I just do these things to help you understand this shit. I just switched it up so you can understand this here. It's from a future plane, the future main, the future mind plane. Just to doing what I can from the brain. But no, my body be walking the physical lanes. So I'll be trying to tether myself into a future plane where my mental place is in a health. It's in a wealth kind of state. It's in a wealth kind of place. It's in its own kind of state, doing its thing, just being a thing, just living its way, just to live in its say, hey, maybe that'll help, maybe it won't, we'll see. Maybe you will, and maybe you won't, and maybe you do, and maybe you don't, but it be happening. It's still this ING, that is this energy within this G. Do you know it's G-O-D up on this piece as we go and do what we've done before? That is a move upon a groove. You can't control what you're doing when you've been put in a position to know who you stand as, and who you are, and who you choose to be, and who you choose to not. All of the above real quick, so I just have to understand myself real quick on the future. Yeah, this is Passion, Origami Beats. If you didn't realize, this has been mixed together, and it has not been mixed by me. It's been mixed by yours truly, Origami Beats. And the reason why I say that is because it's like I wanted this. And then a couple of days later, he was like, hey everybody, guess what I'm working on? And now I've listened to this shit like 12 times already. And this shit is 10 hours long. So this shit be flame, man. It's just really good. If you want to put in some deep work, this is the way to do it. If you want to put in some deep work cleaning, making money, building side hustles, whatever. The idea is I know what to expect, and I know that if I get up and start moving and dancing and rapping and shit, that means that it's time for a motherfucking break. Now, that's okay, because when I get that energy out of me, that means the energy that I'm going to be putting back into my work and focus, it comes in brand new now, because I have released. And so maybe I'm lacking beforehand, and I was, trying to make something happen, and now I didn't. And then all of a sudden, boom, here's a solution, because I didn't have any more energy to fight against it. The solution, it was right there in front of me the whole goddamn time. And I just didn't want to do it, man. It's like me not wanting to hop on this mic and just let it flow and give out these rhymes. Why not? I think it sounds pretty good. And I've been saying that shit for fucking decades. So, goddamn, how many more motherfuckers do I need to hear outside of me telling me, damn, nigga, that was tight? It's because the people who I wanted to hear that shit from, they never told me that shit. And that was the point. I was chasing the people who I love so dearly, and it was chasing them in the sense of being the family that I wanted to be, and it just didn't work out as that way. So that's okay. I have a new way to see. And that's what I feel like you should do too. You should work on the vision. This song here is called Looted, produced by Origami Beats. And I feel like that is something that you do to yourself when you worry about things you can no longer change. But it's not a worry. A lot of the things that you're worrying about are just not addressed energies. And that's why it's important to understand that if I'm listening to a 10-hour playlist mixed track like this, and then all of a sudden I want to get up and dance and take a break, that energy being released is still being applied. And it might seem indirect to you, but it is a direct attraction. That's what the law of attraction states. That means if I put out this good, happy energy, and then I go back to what I'm focused on, boom, that energy is just energy. Wow, nice, beautiful light. Let's look. Ooh, wow, pretty. Fireworks. Wonderful. But the idea is it attracts attention. And because it attracts attention, whatever you're focused on, again, when you get back to work, that is where your attention goes. And so that's something that I'm really learning and understanding, because it comes with not worrying, but understanding your situations and what you can do, what you can't do. And I've been put in this position a couple of different times in couple of different ways. And I think I already told the story about being on that motherfucking mountain and a nigga was stuck on one motherfucking foot. I was on like a fucking, like a jump off your 1 foot kind of push size rock on the side of the motherfucking mountain. I just could not kick to the right side. And then there was just too big of a gap on the left side. And I was donezo. I was cooked. I thought at least. And I just gave the fuck up. And I laid there. And it was nice being up so steep on that slope. And when I just took time to just lay there, again, my heart was on the earth beating in the way. Nigga, I was scared as shit, but it was beating away. It was beating in a way where I just like couldn't control it. So I had to control my thoughts behind it. This song is called Yoruichi. Yoruichi, I think it is. Yoruichi. But anyways, my heart was beating like crazy because I was scared as fuck. And and I was so damn nervous to just like think the wrong way. So I just, when I say I gave up, I was just like, fuck it. Hey, we right here, bro. Can we change it? Nah, the bus ain't gonna be here for another 20 minutes, so fuck it. Let me just get some rest kind of shit, you know? Oh, I gotta wake up at 4:30 in the morning just to get in the car and drive. All right, I'm gonna just put my clothes on and then, you know, get the fuck in the car, go right back to sleep. I'm prepared. That is the whole point. I'm trying to prepare you to prepare your mind to prepare for situations you don't know. And it's only 3 preparations. It's only 3. It sounds like a lot, but it's only 3. It's like a triglyceride or some shit. You know, ATP, adenosine triphosphate. That number 3, it really helps package things into form on the 2-dimensional level and on the 3-dimensional level. On the 3-dimensional level, you just get curves. And what that means is, when I was laying on this side of the mountain, I didn't account for certain curves that was on the mountain. Again, my eyes could only see based upon what my body was projecting. Nigga, get the fuck out or you gon' die. And that is what the fuck was happening. But I already understood that, like, I ain't gonna just give the fuck up and, like, fall off that little rock and be like, I'm dead. No, my body and my mind is gonna be like, I'm gonna be fighting and doing all kind of shit to, you know, and I started to just have faith in that. And I was just like knowing that, okay, I know how to like control and handle my body when I'm doing this shit. I'm hiking to train my mind and body to connect. And as I'm doing that shit, I'm just realizing I can just scooch. So I start scooching over, and then after I scooched, I have fucking, I don't know, it just raised up. And then now I can fucking crawl with my hands and my toes, my fingers and my toes kind of shit. And then I had a little bit of a push-up kind of thing. I'm in like a plank now, sliding across the motherfucking earth. And then boom, I'm like a fucking alligator running now. Feeling good. Oh shit. Yes, this is the way. Put my faith here. Boom. I am out of here. Nigga turned into Komodo dragon, slanging these arms and elbows. Nigga trying to get up this mountain to the point where I stood the fuck up and I was like, shit. Yes. Fuck. Damn. And I made it to the top. Took my ass to the top and then was trying to skedaddle the fuck away from the side of that edge. And then part of me is like, nah, nigga, turn your ass around and look at what the fuck you just did. And I turned around, looked, stepped over the edge, like, oh yeah, nice. All right, goodbye. Oh man, goddamn, so quick. Oh, sorry. This song is called Acceptance, produced by Origami. And so yeah, I accepted that shit. I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Took it in, all right. And it just didn't really dawn on me. So the next day I went and I just was admiring that side. I'm like, God damn, bro. And it took me back to a time where there's just so many times in my life where I just did not give a fuck. And I didn't even understand I didn't give a fuck. I just was, again, doing shit for people. Like one time I was with some people when I was little and we was at a school and I tried climbing up the side of the motherfucking like building through like the window area. It was a weird kind of setup to where like the windows had like an extension of wall. So it was like, even if you could look outside, bitch, we got blinders. And so it was like a column too. So climbed that motherfucker. Right, nobody else could do it. I'm sitting here looking like Spider-Man up on this bitch, not realizing that this is a 3-story building and any slip, nigga, even if I'm slipping the right way, I'm still gonna get fucked up, not even crossing my mind. So I get like halfway up that motherfucker and I slip, boom, fall, bam. Good. Oh yeah, damn, you did the best. Do it again, nigga. Okay. So, took my ass up there, made it to the top, nigga, went into the window and shit. Boom, everybody cheering. Went to go let everybody in the building and shit. Nigga forgot to block the door. So, niggas was hot. Oh, bro, you did all that work and shit. Nobody cared that I just attempted to, like, life-threatening stunts. Nobody give a fuck. They mad that I made it the first time, and then the second time I made it, I didn't keep the door open. Nigga, I'm climbing a 3-story building trying to not die. Like, what the fuck? So anyways, you fucking go out there and do that shit again, because you know what? I guess I'm too loyal. I was just too loyal to situations. Ah, that's funny. This song is called True Love, Origami Beats. But guess I was too loyal or some shit. And did that shit a third time, you know. Bam. Went up there, made sure to put a motherfucking block in the second door before I go let these niggas in, and mission accomplished. So that was a long ass story just to say how like I was pressured in a way that I didn't realize because I was seeking it, and so it didn't feel like pressure. It didn't feel like anything else but what I wanted and desired. Yeah, I want this. Oh, they're giving it to me, even though I didn't realize how it was being handled. Oh yeah, I'll cook for you. Bitch, you just gave me dinner on a Frisbee? What in the fuck is this? Huh? So that is what people will call like being underhanded kind of thing, you know, and shit. And it's just like, nah. I can't deal with this kind of shit no more. So, yeah. I've been reflecting upon those kind of things lately, and I'm realizing those are the things that we need to address within our own minds in order to get to a future, which is to look at the past. Because the people in the past, ourselves, are the ones that need to move forward in life. We're the ones who need to move forward. So we need to go back and say, hey, little me, doing all this crazy wild shit. Yeah, you won't make it. Yeah, but you should try this shit because it'll help me too. And I'm in the future. So you got to figure out a way how to do that. And stargazing, or visualization is what they say really helps. This song is called Stargazing, Origami Beats. But if you envision and you see this shit, you can make it happen. But sometimes it's hard to see. And that's why the memories are important. But here's the key. If you have a memory, let's say some people, and y'all don't have any positive interactions in the future, maybe y'all lost contact, maybe y'all just don't talk, maybe it was not supposed to be continue forward, you got bad blood or something, whatever. There's lots of reasons why you and a person can separate. But let's say you are on one of the separation spectrums to where you're more so bitter to the separation. Now, what that does is it inhibits you from looking at the good times of the past and nurturing those good feelings within yourself. And so when I'm looking in the past and then I'm just mad and then I'm starting to not even look at the past, I'm locking away me. And that is what we got to really focus on and understand. The self that is associated over there also doesn't exist in this current moment, just like those people neither. But if you don't even want to look at those people, even in your mind, you won't look at you who did all of that time. Just forgot about me when I was in prison kind of vibe. You see it as a prison now, but at that moment, that shit was heavy. So the idea is you got to appreciate who you was at that moment. Go in there and coach yourself up and say, hey, you doing good, but over here, this big boy ball kind of thing, we play a little bit differently. The rules change. There's a little bit things that you should be watching out for, expect, and then there's standard. Or whatever you could say. In any industry, if you expand and get bigger, if you go from middle school football into high school football, there's going to be just changes. Just like from high school to college. I don't care what level you at. If you go from high school to college, niggas are bigger and stronger and faster because they're older. Period. And it's the same thing with the NFL. It's just as you gain experience, things change. And so you have to go back to your old selves because you've gained experience and change, so you can help them out so you can change better, because it's not the change that you see as you go backwards. It's like, okay, I just told my kid what to do. Same situation pop up 2 days later. Let me sit back and observe and watch and see what this nigga do right now in this future. Again, I told him something in the past. He did something in the previous past, the past. He did some shit by himself. I came in and saw him do some shit, and then I told him about it. Now, same situation up. Let's see if he applied what he's learned, what he's been told, or maybe some shit he figured out on his own, or maybe he don't do no changes. Let's see. Bam, and you get your observation, get your results, and you understand what the fuck is going on through that person's brain. This is called Good Life, produced by Origami Beats, of course. So you're looking at this kid and it now made a choice and a decision, and you're looking at the two options that have, and you're understanding that there's a third option, which is me to intervene or not to intervene, but there's another third option, which is the kid just do some shit that you wouldn't even expect, off the wall shit. Maybe you didn't even notice it at all. The idea is if you see a situation, you got to see that there's a situation outside of it too. And that is what that person in the past version of you, they don't understand that shit because they haven't moved into the future. They're trapped. They don't grow the fuck up. They are a memory in your mind. So you got to go in your mind to the memory and say, hey, look, here's the update. This is what we did. This is what we learned. That person was cool, but they're not. So what you got to do is pack your shit, take what you want, and leave what you can afford to leave behind. So, your baggage, drop that shit. You gotta pack light, nigga. No bags, really. Put shit in your pocket. What would you take? Well, shit. I would rather us take us doing the good things, the fun things, the happy things, even if it came and turned out bad, even if everything was thought to be a lie, blah, blah, blah. You gotta act, though. So that means you still gotta do those actions. And then if you see the actions, you can take those actions and turn into whatever you want inside of you. And then you can coach that you, and that you can say, all right, now since I know what I know, how would I perform in my next role? And then you, who are still being the director of all of these little portions of you in your memory bank, you can say, wow, it is nice to see you do that and then watch you grow into something else that inspires me, who is observing previous me through a memory. And now I can find some inspiration for myself from a actual memory, and then I can project a metacognitive memory. A thought is what people will call it. Imagination is what others will say. But when I'm creating this new situation, this future thought, I'm still in the present moment creating that. So, what is this all for? This is not just to say go out and meditate is what I'm saying. This is saying when you are meditating, here's what you should do. This is the step 2. So as you're going in here and you're looking at your thoughts in your mind and you're seeing the futures you want to create, because again, this is currently what's flowing through my own mind. When I'm looking at these futures, I have to see where I'm stopped in the past. And so I was taught a few things, like I said, taught faith, taught trust, taught confidence. Again, I was in a dangerous ass situation physically. So now I'm looking at this shit and I'm like, okay, my initial thought told me this. I went, I explored. My initial thought let me do what the fuck I wanted to do. It let me try the wrong way. And then when I was ready to get the fuck up and say, all right, tell me, what should I do? Same shit I told you from the fucking beginning, go this way. And then if you scared and all of that shit, again, what are they going to tell you? Go this way. Again, no matter what the old memory inside, it can't change shit, bro. It's the memory, it's the past. I'm sitting here thinking about you. That's the only reason why you motherfucking here, bitch. Like, that's how you gotta treat the thought. Treat that memory. Treat the feeling. Treat the trauma that way. Treat the trauma in a way that makes you confident over it, opposed to it being confident over you. And it's just a confidence thing, knowing what you know. Hey, man, you just don't know what it feels like to be this over here, bro. You can't tell me what it feels like. You can tell me what it feels like to be in a similar situation. But that's not the same shit. And that's funny. Rasengan is what this song is called, Origami Beats. And it took Naruto in this anime, it took him making 2 shadow clones. One shadow clone to do one thing to look left, and another shadow clone to look right. And then the real Naruto was the mediator or the judge in between. It's showing you how to make this perfect spherical ball with opposite energies, and that's exactly what's happening in your mind. I'm taking this old thought on the left, and then I'm projecting a new right or thought on the right, but the only thing that I'm mediating between the two, in Naruto's case, was the chakra. In our case, is the energy. I'm mediating the energy of feeling good with these people who betrayed me, and now feeling good that I've learned that that betrayal made me better. So what can I do? I can be better than better now. It takes me outside of a context of what that maximum was before, who did not know, into a new understanding. Here's another Naruto example. Nobody was fucking with Naruto when he went Baryon mode. But he didn't know he was unfuckwittable until he went Baryon mode, which is why Ishiki was getting beat down. Again, that's super side note. If you don't understand, I got another one coming for you anyway. But he was getting beat. He got the brakes beat off of him by something that nobody even understood. Even Kurama, the nigga who gave him the powers, didn't even really understand. He said, hey, bro, do it like this. I don't really know, but I was told this is the best way. Who told you? Shit, I don't know. Just, thinking. The idea is he went in there and he became something new when he was understanding that he was at a point to where he could. And the only point you can be is when you submit. And that sucks because that doesn't mean not doing shit. That means doing specifically the opposite of something. And that is very hard to find. It is very hard to find the specific thing that is causing you to enact a certain behavior or a trait. It is crazy. But once you do find that shit, you will be able to find a deeper version of yourself through breath. And that is what I can call as a sensation, but the sensation happens in multiple different physical areas, so the sensation is being sensed differently. Imagine being burnt and frozen at the same time. I don't know what that feels like, but a nigga with frostbite might have some kind of understanding. Like, I don't know. So the idea is I can conceive there are certain boundaries, and that is the whole point. Now I'm thinking differently about the situation, which means present me has taken an old thought, projected upon a new thought in a future that doesn't exist, has moderated a progression of change in the present moment, present progressive, and now I can generate a future's past moment based upon what I see within my future's past mind. In other words, now if I live like the person who can accept the traumas of the past and then take those feelings of happiness from those same traumatic instances, getting the happy fun times, and then move them into some fun times without those people, but the energy is there, boom, what happens next? That is what the future past moment is, and that's what this is for. This song here is called Mew, Origami Beats, and sounds like new, and that's what the energy brings. It brings in a new energy even in the current mindset of a present moment. The current mindset, whatever you're set upon, I'm stressed, I'm worried, I'm feeling great, but this moment is fleeting. So keep that energy within this you, and make sure you go back and reflect and become a Mew. Now, as always, thank you for listening. I'm your host, Mr. Renew. And this is Soul Spark Radio. And I'm out.